Hello, my name is Blake and I'm an awkward 13-year-old who probably unnaturally likes Legos too much. And people might think that I'm insane or that something's wrong with my brain. But I don't have to care what other people think, cause I'm still a kid and I don't have to worry about things like existential problems or emotional breakdowns. So why not build a Lego set and have you watch me do it? There's a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. Hello, my name is Blake and this is Juke, Blox, Hero. And today we are going to be unboxing, building, and reviewing another Star Wars Lego set. And today, that set is the Death Star 2 Battle. Now this set was a May the 4th promo set that you could get if throughout the days of May 1st and May 4th, if you bought anything over $75, if it was a Star Wars purchase over $75, you would get this set. And it is a really cool set. You could only get it for that certain amount of time. I don't know how you'd be able to get it now. But there's been a lot of controversy over this set, especially if you go to M&R Productions. He's a big, giant YouTube channel, but he made a whole video about how this set is just not right, it's not good. He could probably write a diss track with all of the things that he said about it. But personally, I think this set is cool, and I think it'll be super fun to build. I've always wanted one of these diorama style Lego set promos, and I'm super excited to finally have one. So let's get right into the details about the set. Okay, now for the details about the actual set. This set is rated for ages 8 and up. The set number is 40407. The name of it, as I said before, is the Death Star 2 Battle, and the entire set has 235 pieces. On the front of the box, in the top left corner, we have the Lego Star Wars logo, which is always cool on all their sets. We have some cool box art of the set that we're going to be building. Kind of looks like it has the Death Star 2 terrain on the front. And if we flip it to the back, we actually kind of have the same exact thing. We have a picture of the set just from a slightly different angle. And on the left of the back of the box, we have some pictures from the actual movie of the A-Wing and the TIE Interceptor, the whole chase going down on Death Star 2. But there's not too much to see on this box. That's usually what the deal is with promos. So let's waste no more time and get right into the unboxing. Okay, let's crack this thing open. With this promo set, it seems that it doesn't open like a usual set. If you saw my last Friends unboxing Lego set video, you would have seen it would open the same way as this. I like to describe it as a chest, where it doesn't open from the sides, but it opens kind of from the front, and you just pull it out like that, and you see the bags. So in here, there's no numbered bags, just a small box. We have 3 bags. We have a small instruction booklet, and yeah, that's it. Let's get building. Okay, now that I've finished speed building this set, it's time for the review. First, let's talk about the overall look of this set. And from the front, it looks really good. The detailing and all the stuff that went in to make it look like the Death Star 2 really paid off, and it does. The detailing on the floors makes it look like the trenches of the Death Star 2, and it really does look like a real battle. And the overall look, I'd rate it a 9 out of 10. I mean, it does look a little drab, but other than that, the whole set looks pretty good from the front. And before we continue with the rest of the review, I wanted to talk about, there have been diorama sets like this before, and they were also promos like this, and there was an Endor one and a Hoth one. In my opinion, those ones are better than this one. I'm still happy to have this one. I would have rather had the older ones, but I still think that this one lives up to the expectations that the other ones set. Now, looking at it from this angle, we can kind of see how the battle looks from this angle. Like, you can see the TIE fighter, and it looks like it's coming at you, and the A-wing is kind of veering off away from it. This is kind of a cool angle to take pictures from. I don't know how I feel about how the TIE interceptor looks. We'll get into more of that later, but just especially from this angle. The A-wing looks great from this angle, and we'll also talk about how they are perched where they are, but I just think this set kind of looks good from all angles, which isn't necessarily something that every set has. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I just wanted to say I think this turbo laser looks really great and is a great added detail to this set. Speaking of detail, I want to go more in depth with the pieces that they used that you wouldn't really see unless you got up close, and these pieces really made it look like the Death Star, and that was one of my favorite things about this set. But these pieces right here are, I don't know exactly what they're called, but they're two by four flat slope pieces. They're like wings, I guess you could call them, but they're stacked on top of each other and sideways, and this really makes it look like they're either small buildings or construction sites or whatever it is, but I don't know what they look like specifically to something in the movie, but I thought these pieces really, really were one of the biggest factors in making this set look like the Death Star 2. I also really like this part right here where it's kind of hard to tell unless you look close enough, but if you look just about the middle of the screen, you'll actually see two pieces, and those are actually gray race cars. Those are gray Lego race car pieces, and I thought it was genius for them to use it as a texture piece for the Death Star 2. Another piece that you have to look for to see that you wouldn't usually think to use in a situation like this are actually these gray gold bar Lego pieces, and they're seen throughout the entire set, but I really like the texture that they bring to the Death Star 2. So as for the A-wing, from the front it has a really cool view. It really does look like a miniature A-wing. The nice red piece in the front and the glass, I don't know, arrowhead piece on the top really makes it look like an A-wing. And I thought those two miniature details just brought it to life. And from the side we have a simple view, but we do have that little blaster just using that small piece, but it still does a lot for the set. Not too much going on in the back. If we flip to the next side, we have the same thing as the other one, just that simple blaster. And let's just flip it to the front one more time, and we'll see that really crisp, clean A-wing look. Now for the TIE Interceptor. I have mixed feelings about this because I just don't know how I think it looks like. The wings are really good, the way they puff out and everything. It looks like a TIE Interceptor, but that middle cockpit piece, it just looks too skinny, and I don't know really what to think about it. From the back, there's nothing going on or anything, so I think it's just a little bit too simple, and I'm not really a huge fan of it. If you look down here at this little clip, if you're wondering why it's not on both sides, you actually use it to clip to the set. The way it works is there's a pole underneath the TIE Interceptor where you clip that piece onto, and you can tilt it whatever way you want to make it look like it's attacking the A-wing. Now if we go back to the A-wing, we can actually see there's also another clip on the bottom for it to be clipped onto the Death Star 2. The way this works is you take that clip and you place it on the detailing that is already on the Death Star, and it happens to be a place where you can anchor that down and clip it on, and it looks so natural and flawless. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you have any suggestions, put them in the comments below, and please stick around until next week's video, because I'll be trying to make a Star Wars-y chase music that goes along with this scene using the instruments that I have and GarageBand and stuff like that. So it'll be super exciting, and make sure that you check it out. But anyways, like I said, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe, and I will see you next week.